Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. I'm Christine. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to a video where I want to check in with the Huns in Health and Wellness MLMs. I have 4 videos that were sent by you, so thank you for submitting content I can react to. I really appreciate it. It's a video from somebody who is in BODi, Beachbody, another person who's in BODi, Beachbody, somebody who's in Pruvit, and another Hun in BODi. So it's 3 BODi videos and 1 Pruvit video, and we will take a look what the Huns in health and wellness companies are currently doing. If you have recently subscribed to this channel and you've started to come across my content, I really appreciate it. Hello and welcome. If you have been a long-time subscriber, then I appreciate you being here as well, and welcome back to this video. I have started to include fun facts about myself so that you can get to learn a little bit more about me if you're interested in this, and also potentially some hot takes in the future, because a lot of people have recently subscribed. So you might not know who I am or what I do, and I thought it would be a fun way to start the conversation and also to give some insights into my life, at least to a certain degree. If people ask me, are you a cat or a dog person? My answer is always, I'm a dog person, and I am. I love dogs. I currently don't have one because I don't think that my living circumstances are currently fair to have a dog. So I'm not going to do that at the moment, but hopefully in the future. But then again, I've also warmed up to cats a lot because I have cat sitted my niece's cats now a couple of times, and they're the cutest. They're sassy, and then their faces are sometimes crooked, and their fur is so fluffy, and they're really the sweetest. So I also do like cats. But in all reality, I'm a guinea pig person. I grew up with an armada of guinea pigs, and I would also love to have guinea pigs again. Once again, my living circumstances at the moment are not ideal, neither for guinea pigs nor for dogs, but yeah. If you were to ask me, are you a cat or a dog person, then I would say I'm a guinea pig person. And if you do not care about any of these things, that is perfectly fine. We're going to get right into the video where a BODi Hun promotes her 3-day sneak peek into the business, where she is targeting mothers who want to stay home. So it's almost a classic.
And just finished my sourdough. It's so good. So good. And many of you know that I have to eat gluten-free. And sourdough is the one thing that I have found that I can eat without having like the crazy inflammation and pain and everything. And I've had to cut out way more gluten due to this illness, Lyme disease, and I have a whole gamut of things I need to update all you on, but I'm just digesting right now after I met with my other doctor yesterday. So finished that, having my nightcap every single night. You guys, if you haven't tried Zevia, you need to. I'm a child and love grape, and I love orange. I like rotate them every other night. I have them on Amazon, subscribe and save, because you save some money. But this is like my go-to to help me with my sweet tooth and whatnot. And I'm a kid, but not why I came on here to talk about sourdough or Zevia. I came in because I've been talking with so many of you, actually 6 of you are already committed to coming and checking out a group that I'm hosting, co-hosting with my business bestie Lindsay, starting this Thursday, so in just 2 days. It's just a quick 3-day private group chatting about how I and what I do in this business that has allowed me to live out my dream to be able to come home and be with my babies.
This is a BODi distributor who hosted a 3-day sneak peek in her Facebook group with her fellow BODi Beachbody distributor, and there they chat with women how they were able to come home to their babies. Sounds great. I can't wait.
I've talked with so many of you over the years about having a desire to be home, but it's not being possible because you need to provide for your family. Well, this is it. This is where I am going to share with you what I have done while I was working a full-time corporate job with 2 littles, under 2 and under 5. I did it up until then. working full time. I worked in corporate America for 8 years, and I traveled every 3 weeks for weeks at a time. And how I was able to build a business that allowed me to leave my job in corporate America and come home to my babies and now be a stay-at-home mom.
She is targeting women who don't want to work in a corporate job, but who would rather stay at home with their children. She tells potentials how she had a full-time corporate job for 3 years and did BODi on the side until she was able to build up her BODi Beachbody business to the degree that she was able to do that full-time and stay at home as a stay-at-home mom. She is not a stay-at-home mom, right? If you work for BODi, you're not a stay-at-home mom, though. A stay-at-home mom is someone who stays at home to raise their children and to manage the household. They care for the children while the other partner is working outside of the home. If you're working a job, you're a working mom. You're not a stay-at-home mom. You might be able to work from your home as well, but you're still working. The last income disclosure statement from BODi I could find is from 2021. Let's take a look here at the section, what does it take to become a coach? Oh, surprise, it looks like it's money. The cost to enroll as a coach is minimal. There are no required product purchases to be a coach. There's a $39.95 fee for the business starter kit, which contains helpful business information and tools. The fee is waived with the purchase of a total solution pack upon enrollment. There is a subsequent monthly business service fee of $50.95 that gives a coach access to run their business. That is $191.40 for each and every year just for the business fee. If you buy the total solution pack they're mentioning here, you spend $199 for access to some of the workout programs and supplements for 20 days each. But it is a cardinal crime, let's not kid ourselves, to join Beachbody/BODi and to not have an auto subscription for their protein powder, Shakeology. That would be another $130 as a customer. As a distributor, you have to pay less. Let's say as a distributor, you spend monthly $90. Those are expenses that also a stay-at-home mom has to start with Beachbody. That would be at least $231.35 to join, or with a total solution pack, $390.40. And if you order an additional Shakeology just once a month for, let's say, 11 months, because a 20-day supply, it comes with a pack, let's say $90 per month. For the protein powder, it's probably more, but let's say that's how much you spend and that's how much you purchase. You have spent $990 if you purchase Shakeology 11 times that year, in addition to the total solution pack. So you could end up in total with $1,380.40 if you start with a total solution pack and the monthly business fee and Shakeology for an estimated $90 for an additional 11 months. $1,380 in potential expenses just to start and to have the ability to make money. In a corporate job, as a stay-at-home mom, or as somebody who works in a corporate job and who has the hope that at some point they will be able to make this their full-time business so that they can stay at home with their children, teach them, take care of them from home, or work from home. $1,380. Let's keep that in mind as the startup cost if you join BODi.
But also be not only a present mom being stay at home, but also have a passion for myself that I love to pour into, that work that I love to do, but that I get to choose when I do it. I get to choose when or how often I want to work, who I want to help, have purpose outside of the home, but having my work that I do in the home with my kiddos and with JB as my number one priority.
I would question how much control do you actually have besides the estimated expenses in the beginning. Because when you join BODi, you're not running your own business. You sell programs and products from BODi and you promote them for free until you're able to sell a product or until you're able to recruit someone. And then you also have to follow Beachbody's compensation plan every single month. Now, in theory, you can decide when you are online, when and at what times you network with people. But if you have team calls or if you have opportunity calls, when somebody reaches out to you on social media, or if you're not able to attend those calls in person, you are at least expected to watch the recording. So that's also time you have to spend. Of course, preferably it will be recommended for you to join the calls in person, but at least watch the recording. How long will you wait when a potential writes to you that might want to purchase products or that could be a potential recruit? When they want any sort of information, I don't think that you have that much of a control because you're very much in a customer-based business, at least in the beginning, when you try to build relationships to people, when you want to expand your network so that you can sell the products and so that you can recruit people. So in theory, all of this sounds great, but in reality, the people who join MLMs have a lot less control and a lot less time freedom that they claim they have.
And this allows me to provide for my family while still having them as my number one and being home with them. So many of you I've talked to over the years, and we've had conversations and you've had questions about like, what do you actually do? Well, if that's you, or maybe you're new here, I know I have a lot of new faces, and you're like, I don't get it, or what do you do so that I can do that too, right? I think we all want more freedom, time freedom, financial freedom, flexibility. This is it.
But when people follow you on social media, shouldn't they have an understanding of what you do, or at least have somewhat of an idea when you post consistently, when you post a lot? Could it be because you're rather vague about how you make money in Beachbody? That is just what I suspect is happening here. But is it not a fair representation maybe of what you're doing? Because that would be boring if you showed people what you're actually doing besides maybe the workouts. Why can people in a private Facebook group, in a sneak peek, learn what you do when you cannot openly post about it? That is already sneaky. For the amount of content these people post, maybe I should already be aware what you're doing.
It is a private group on Facebook. Like I said, my business bestie, Lindsay, and I are leading it. We are going to share behind the scenes, answer, and just be real, raw, and honest, and show you the behind the scenes. So if you are at all interested, or maybe just need a little bit more freedom or purpose, you know what to do. Slide this bar below, and I'll get you in the group, and we'll officially kick off on Thursday. We also have a few fun, free little surprise giveaways just for following your little gut instinct in your heart to explore more. There is so much of life that is planned out for us, friends, and that the Lord has planned for you. But it's our job to follow those nudges and to explore and really find our passions to help honor Him and to serve Him. And maybe this is it for you.
The Lord does not place Beachbody in your life. That is another BODi or Beachbody Hun who does that. So that's the first insight into Beachbody. What are the Huns doing? A lot of weird stuff. They're having a lot of sneak peeks. But let's take a look at this second clip that is from another BODi Hun who wants to tell us about the perks of her job. So let's take a look. Maybe she is sharing more information outside of a sneak peek group.
All right, leg day is done and I need to get on the treadmill, but I wanted to talk to you today about the perks of the job, the perks of joining up and becoming a partner. Now, when I joined, I really just wanted the workouts, the at-home workouts. And then I fell in love with the products. So my coach said, do you want the discount? And I'm like, yeah, 25% off the discount of the products that I use every day. No brainer. And then it was like, okay, so then I saw that as a perk, first perk.
So when you are a Beachbody distributor or a coach, you get 25% of the product. I should have watched this before the other video, because then my little math excursion would have to be higher than estimated how much you might need to spend in your first year. But that aside, you get 25% discount on the products if you join as a coach. That in itself is already a trap and a problem with the business model, in my opinion, to reel people in just to get a discount on the products that you can get cheaper elsewhere for similar products. What happened to just being a customer? Those are already blurry lines if we have to try to recruit people so that they can get a discount on the products.
Then I decided to start sharing, and maybe I could make a couple bucks or something. And I had my first client. And that perk of that joy in that fire in your gut of helping somebody else get started, that's a huge perk. So then I, kept kind of dabbling and trying and started acquiring my client base. And I'm like, this is pretty cool.
You have to pay for joy. You have to join Beachbody. You have to pay to join, and then you experience joy. Okay. And then in addition to that, you also have the danger that you might end up with a Beachbody distributor who knows nothing about the physique of the human body, about workouts, as a licensed workout pro or as a nutritional expert. They're just selling you stuff because they're interested in that as well. That could be difficult and that could be damaging for some people. So if you have physical issues or if you have problems with your nutrition, that could actually be harmful for the person joining because there is a lack of knowledge when the person that you're working with is not a professional in their field.
Then I reached for a goal of a trip, and I earned a trip to Florida. So then going on the leaders retreat to Destin was like, whoa, this is really cool. This is something that I can work towards, going on trips and earning things like this. So my, writing down my vision of what I thought that I could earn and do became bigger. For a while there, we needed a fridge, and I'm like, I'm gonna, make sure that I can pay for that fridge. And that was something I could cross off my list. So then things just got bigger. I was just able to reach higher and strive higher for bigger things that I wanted. Yes, I want to go on other Success Club trips, so I want to work on that. The community, when you are in a room with leaders like that, is crazy. It's like you want to level up because they believe in you. We instill belief in you that you can do it too. And that's the coolest thing about this business. Going on like Summit, I will not miss another summit ever. Going to those events and listening to those top leaders who started at their kitchen table with their old computer and did it in pockets of day with busy family life and busy jobs. It's the way I started. I started at my kitchen table, and George went to bed, and I was like, I think I'm going to hop on a team call. He's in bed. I might as well listen to see what they have. Got nothing. It's like we worked and we went home for the most part and went to the cabin. So it's like, why not listen to one of these trainings and see what it's all about? So those trips are just one thing that I love working towards. The summit trip, the events like the one that I went to last week, the lunch, brunch and learn, brunch and biz, being in a room with other leaders and just hearing what they have to say, what they're doing on their business.
The trips that you mentioned is one of her perks, and I would say if you save money, you can pay for the trips yourself, actually, and you can have an actual vacation and not attend any of these weird and culty events where you are supposed to produce content, meet up with people, shake hands with corporate. You could go on an actual vacation, and if you really calculate how much time you have to spend on these, how much effort it takes you to reach the goals, and how much of your own money you might have potentially also invested, then it might be better to really just pay for the trip yourself. And then also the community is a perk of those inspirational people. But if you have to pay access for a community that is based on a conditional relationship, then that is not genuine. That is not a great community to be a part of.
It's like, yes, I could implement that too. So those are some of the super cool things, the perks of this job. I wanted to share that with you, and there's a spot for you if you ever have any questions, if you want to try figure out how to fit it into your day. I love working with my clients and helping you figure out how to fit in your workouts, because that's the top thing that everybody says when they talk to me. It's like, oh, I'm too busy to fit in a workout. I'm too busy to do that. I'm too busy to, cook healthy meals. And I love helping you figure that out, how to fit things. You know, a time blocker really helps, and figuring out where can we fit this into your day? How can you help others so you can earn that commission and go on those trips with me? Because that's what I want. That's what I visualize, is bringing you along on these trips and just having fun and learning, sitting in a room that's leveled up more than we are, and learning together, growing, having fun.
You don't need to join a pricey commercial cult though to learn how to better structure your day, how to fit in a workout, and also how to cook differently. You can do all of those things without joining a cult like Beachbody.
Having a margarita and just enjoying life, but helping others along the way. So hit me up if you have any questions. I'll put a link below. We have a partner mentorship coming up on the 20th.
I'm going to show you the slides on the side as well. I'm not going to go through each and every text, but this sounds more like a job interview, like I'm hiring somebody. I have a mentorship spot open. I also spoke about this in Stupid Shit MLMers Post, or MLM Classics, however you want to word it. But people in BODi and people in multi-level marketing companies in general, they don't have spots open or mentorship spots open. They will take anybody and everybody who wants to sign up. So that is not what is happening here. This is not a job interview, and this is also not somebody who has just a handful of spots open. Everybody can join. That is how the business model survives. This sounds more like a job interview to me, and MLMs are not that. The next clip is from a Pruvit distributor who wants to share about her miracle drink.
Hey everybody, how's your morning? Mine is going good. I'm here doing my miracle drink so I can have all kinds of energy to get the stuff done I need to get done today. Still working on my mom's house to get ready to put it up for sale. Gonna have an estate sale. I am doing Harvest Sunrise. It's amazing. It's like a tang with some spices, holiday spices. It's one of my favorites, but I have a few favorites. So I just put it in there like that, and I shake it up really good.
The miracle drink she's speaking about is Pruvit ketones.
I drink it slow, 20 to 30 minutes, and in less than an hour my body will be in a state of ketosis. You're going to hear the TV in the background because I forgot to shut it down. So anyway, I have it on the news right now. But what ketosis means is you usually can only get there by doing a ketogenic diet. But with this, it's diet independent. You're going to guaranteed go in the state of ketosis as long as you drink this. No diet required. A lot of benefits with putting your body in a state of ketosis. It's doctor approved, and the doctors will tell you nowadays that your body thrives much better when it's in the state of ketosis. Your brain works better. It fuels your heart, fuels your brain, fuels your muscle. And I've dropped 90 pounds of fat.
So many health claims that are simply false. You are not in ketosis after 20 to 30 minutes or an hour when you drink Pruvit ketones. That is not a thing. I did an entire video on these claims, I think also with this distributor. These exogenous ketones can help you to reach ketosis more quickly, but this is not a miracle drink. In minutes or an hour later, you are in ketosis. It's also not diet independent. Pruvit does not claim that on their very own website with the products, because Pruvit ketones are pretty much just energy drinks. That's what they are. They will not put you into ketosis. Exogenous ketones may help you to reach the state of ketosis quicker, but they won't put you into ketosis when you drink it slowly and then you have arrived, right? You have achieved your goal. Also, your body, that's the second claim she made, your body does thrive off carbohydrates and prefers them over fat as an energy source. And if a doctor tells you otherwise, then please please question that doctor, because maybe they want to sell you ketones. So you might want to check if they have a Pruvit account and they're a Pruvit hun, and that is why they're telling you that it's really beneficial to drink these, because your body is thriving more of fat than on carbohydrates. So check that.
Better shape and better health. It's not a fat loss product. What it does is it burns your fat. So of course, if you have fat on your body, you're going to lose the fat, which I did. I lost 90 pounds of fat.
Okay, this is yet again like a corgi butt, but not as cute. It's all over the place. Ketones are not a fat loss or diet supplement, and you don't need to be on a diet, but these ketones burn fat, and if you have fat on your body, then they will burn that fat? What the heck? What is she saying here? These ketones do not burn your fat, because you have more energy potentially from these overpriced energy drinks that Pruvit is selling. You might move around more, but there are other ways to achieve this. And also, allegedly, they make you poop your pants a lot, or you need to use the toilet a lot, so you're also losing additionally weight that way, which in my opinion is not a very healthy approach. But that's it. That's really the secret to these products. And fat loss is simple. It is really simple how you lose fat and how you lose weight. You have to burn more calories than you consume. And when you are in a caloric deficit, most people are able to lose weight. There are, of course, always exceptions to the rule, but that is how most people are able to lose weight.
So it's an amazing, all-natural drink that's good for your health, and kids can even drink it. So a lot of people that drink it, if you have fat on your body, you're going to lose the fat, as long as you watch your carbs and sugar. So if you don't want to lose any fat, then you don't watch your carbs and sugar, you eat normal. But it is diet independent.
Okay, what is she talking about yet again? Corgi butt all over the place. What does that even mean? Carbs are sugar. When chemically broken down, they are sugar. What I understand from her here is watch out for your diet, watch out what you eat when you want to lose weight, and then take the ketones on top. But you know what you could also do? You could just watch out for your diet and don't buy the ketones. And is this really safe for children? Please watch out for this and don't give this to your children. Doesn't sound great. After all, this is an energy drink, and maybe avoid pumping energy drinks into your children.
Share me out to your friends and family, because somebody may need to listen to this story or need info on my drink. There's all kinds of flavors. It may just be something that really, really changes their health. It changed mine. So smash that follow button, Kelly with the Y, Goudie, Goudie, at Facebook. Message me, I'd like some info. Message me, I'd like some info. And I will get you info. But you got to give it a try. It will not hurt you. It also, if you look right here, it says CMed DNA repair. So it's also going to repair your DNA. Have a fantastic day. Peace.
This is such a predatory pitch towards people who are desperate to lose weight and realize it's hard, because you need to be consistent with what you're doing, moving your body, and you also need to watch what you eat. It is easy, scientifically speaking, to lose weight, calories in versus calories out, but it is hard to do, and it is hard to do because you need to be consistent, because you need to do it regularly and not just occasionally watch out what you eat and how you move your body. Unless you take actual information or you do surgery, the math, the science behind somebody losing weight is very clear. It's very simple. It's hard to follow, but it's very clear. And that is why I believe people are always looking for an easier route, if there is a sort of miracle drink that might help them to lose 90 pounds. Because in reality, it is not that easy, because you need to be consistent. Pruvit ketones will not put you into ketosis, and they're also not being advertised as weight loss supplements. Please do not get medical advice or health and wellness advice from a Pruvit hun whose only job it is to sell you the ketones and to try and recruit you. That is not a great source of information. The last clip is from another BODi distributor who also wants to tell us. I can only assume how amazing BODi is. So let's take a look.
I've been doing this for just over 9 years. Actually, like exactly probably, because I started 6 weeks after Tucker was born. Okay, whatever. Close enough, right? Anyways, people are always like, how do you get it done? Seems like you're super mom, you do it all. I'm not. I am definitely not. I, most of the time, am winning ugly, and it's not really something I'm proud of. But there is something to be said that when I take the time and make the time, because we all have the time. I don't want to hear that I don't have time, because you do. Check your screen time and how much time you spend on social media, and then tell me that you don't have time.
Check your screen time. Maybe you should check your attitude, because my screen time is none of your business. My screen time is also not a reflection of how much time I have to waste or how much time I have in a day. A phone is like a mobile entertainment center. Just because I've been on social media for a certain amount of time doesn't mean that I've been actively involved in things. It could be music, it could be things running on the side that I'm not paying a whole lot of attention to, but it is entertainment that is running on the side. So that approach in itself is already not accurate. But even if your screen time was a perfect representation of how much time you consciously spend on your phone, it is okay to spend that time on the phone. It is okay, whatever you do, if you want to take your mind off things. Working 24 hours is not healthy, and when your screen time says, oh, you listened to a podcast for 45 minutes, you watched a show for 45 minutes, that is downtime. That is very important for most people to also relax. And no body on in the world should tell you that you should watch your screen time so that you can start to work a business that will benefit her, because she needs you to join so that she can make money. That's the only reason why we're having this discussion. You do not need to give up everything in your life, everything in your day, every minute or every hour in your day that brings you joy, so that you can use that to pitch BODi or Beachbody to somebody else. That is not a healthy approach.
Anyways, it is putting myself for 30 minutes down here, and this. This is my lifeline. I don't like coffee. I know, weird, whatever. That's not me. It smells amazing, and the taste is like not as amazing as it smells. Green tea extract is where the caffeine comes from here. It's 100 milligrams. It's slow releasing, so you don't have those crazy jitters. There's not a sugar crash later. And combine the two together, a little workout, a little clean energy boost, and you can just get your stuff done. Today we got bagels, but in my stories I gotta share with you my biggest accomplishments in this business. I'm just going to share a few slides. It's exactly what I posted in the sneak peek, so some of this might be repeat information for some of you. And obviously this ebbs and flows, so it's gonna start from 2020, and that's when I fully ripped the band-aid and was like, let's do this. I'll explain why in a minute. And then it will gradually lead up to what it is doing for me now and the accomplishments that I feel really proud of as of more recent.
She also did a sneak peek. Maybe she's connected to the first one. Maybe they're also part of the same team. It could be that she was her BODi partner. They had the same sneak peek group to try and recruit people and motivate people to do the Beachbody or the BODi programs as well. She is shilling BODi's Energize here, which is their version of an energy drink, also as overpriced as their protein powder is. And according to her, it is with green tea extract, and that's why it will not give you the jitters. How do you know? Protective language. Protective language. Some people are sensitive to caffeine derived from coffee, and others are sensitive to that from green tea. So, to be clear, when you promote the products and you don't use protective language, that is not a smart choice. Some people might be sensitive to this type of caffeine, and this energize might not work for everyone. So protective language when you try to show those products. And then we also had some buzzwords. A little clean energy boost. Yes. What is a clean energy boost? Anything that is natural, like green tea. You could also just drink a coffee. Would that also be considered clean? An espresso without any additives? That's less pricey and that is more natural than BODi's Energize, which is a highly processed supplement. So no sugar, no milk. You could drink an espresso. It would have the same effect if you like coffee, and then you're done. But let's take a look at the slides that she is posting to tell us about her achievements. I have to pull out my glasses for this, and we know it's serious once that happens. First big win was during the pandemic. Of course it was. Matt wasn't considered an essential worker, so he was home for 2.5 months. He is the breadwinner, and we were living in fear of the unknown. I knew I had this up at my fingertips, so I decided to put my head down and put in effort, as it were, a full-time job versus just a part-time job. And a lot of people fell into the trap in the pandemic, but she joined 9 years ago, so she was already able to benefit of the business before, and she was able to make use of the fear that a lot of people had during the pandemic. And then we have the smallest disclaimer in the world. It's hardly readable. Ma'am, that is not compliant. That is my actual full-time job, being a compliance expert in the media industry, and your disclaimers need to be clearly readable. That means they need to be on the screen for a certain period of time so that one can easily read them, and they also need to be in a size that is readable. I remember waking up a Thursday morning, payday, checking my back office and being taken back. I had earned enough to make our car payment that month. Then I did it again the next month, the next, and because of my consistent efforts, we paid it off a handful of months early. And we're hiding the disclaimer again. That's a great move. Yet again, not compliant. Then I set the bar higher and made it a goal to match my earnings to our truck payment. The feeling of sending my husband screenshots each month of my earnings, matching those payments as a mom homeschooling her kids, and doing this in the pockets of her day is something. Wow, we're trying to check all the boxes. I will never forget, and it motivates me to keep showing up in the mess we call life. We were able to pay off the truck a few months early as well. So she's also targeting women who want to be at home with their kids, who want to homeschool their kids. And yet again, you're not a stay-at-home mom when you're working. Then you're a working mom and you're working from home. And the disclaimer is hidden yet again. Wow. That's so cute. And that's so wrong. What would your household feel like if you no longer had 1 or 2 monthly car payments because you choose to prioritize your health? Now it really gets fun. Paying for travel last year. As a stay-at-home mom, you're not a stay-at-home mom, sweetie, if you're working. Stop it. Work trips or jetting off to the grocery store or Target, right? Following the daily vitals consistently. And lastly, pay for half of our family to fly to San Francisco in the fall. She's talking about incentive trips here, and the incentive trips in MLMs, also in BeachBody or BODi, are hard to achieve. And she had to pay for part of the trip for her family as well, because not in every tier do they include each and every person who might want to go on this trip. So sometimes you can invite a family member, and sometimes that is not an option. This winter, our talk wanted to be in net versus skating out. That meant almost all new gear and all. Okay, so she paid for a whole lot of product. She's trying to tell us that she's making a lot of money for her family. I don't talk about the income opportunity nearly enough because since the start of our family, we've made it work on a solo income because of my consistent efforts. Yeah, you're not supposed to make income claims anyway of that kind. What Beachbody or BODi pays you for. You can try to put a disclaimer on all of these things as much as you want, but if the income claims are income claims you cannot make according to your own MLM, then no disclaimer in the world will help you. And those disclaimers also need to be readable. If any of that resonates with you, reply mentorship and let's chat. Remember, the worst that can happen is you'll grow as a person and feel the best you've ever felt. That is a great way to approach a business opportunity, by pointing out what could be the worst thing that could happen to you. Well, you can lose a whole lot of money and you can lose a whole lot of time. And you might cut people out of your life because they're critical of what you're doing. And why are you supposed to do that? So that somebody can recruit you and can sell you something so that they can benefit and they can profit off of you. That was her alleged success story as a Beachbody rep. And let's not forget, she joined years ago before the pandemic, 9 years ago, and most people in Beachbody don't make money, they will lose money. Beachbody is not the exception to the rule. Beachbody is just as shitty when it comes to the income potential as our other MLMs and as our other MLM income disclosure statements. So let's not join Beachbody, let's not join BODi, and let's also not join Pruvit. Business opportunity is slim to none, and only very few people who are at the tippity top are able to benefit. Most people will have to spend a lot of money on the products and also on the services provided by those health and wellness MLMs. And then in addition to that, they're also sometimes packed with a lot of misinformation. So it looks like the Huns are doing what they're always doing. They're hunting around, also in Pruvit and in Beachbody or BODi. Thank you to the person who sent me this content. I really appreciate it. If you're interested and you want to share content with me, you would like for me to react to something, you can upload the content to your Google Drive and then share it with my email, or you can also DM me on Instagram. Everything is always linked down below. I really appreciate your support and your interest in these videos, to the degree that some people are actually at this point sending me content. I really do appreciate that effort a lot. And if you're interested in sharing content because you would absolutely love for me to react to that, then that's a good way also to get your content onto this channel. So if you're interested in doing that, all of the information from my end will be linked down below. Another fun fact about me, by the way, is that I do love coffee. I do like coffee. I do like how it tastes. I like the smell. And I will make myself an iced coffee now. I typically drink one coffee in the morning. When I'm at work, I drink another coffee in the morning because I need more to wake up. And then in the evening, or in the afternoon rather, when I'm at home, I will make myself an iced coffee because I like coffee and I like iced coffee in the afternoon. That's really, because now it's getting warmer outside, it's like a little treat as well. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to eat a cookie on top of that. I have a vanilla flavored cookie, and vanilla is, besides coffee, one of my favorite flavors. So more fun facts about me. And this is also a way for me to counteract this health and wellness craze. Coffee and cookies. They really are my jam. And guinea pigs. If you like these types of videos, then please subscribe. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel out a lot. If you would like to comment something, feel free to do that down below. That also helps my channel out a lot, and it helps to boost the videos also in the algorithm. And if you like these types of videos, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, cheers!